Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my first impressions look on the Nike Cosmic Unity 2. So of course, you guys remember the Cosmic Unity 1, and this shoe is going for 160 bucks, so the same exact price as the Cosmic Unity 1. If you guys do want to cop, I'll try to leave a free link in the description box. Pretty much every single size is available in this colorway on Nike.com. It's member access, but member access pretty much means you just sign up with your email and you're a member, so you guys do want to links are below, but let's get it started off with the tracciones. And as far as the traction pattern goes, it's a pretty cool traction pattern, right? So comparing it to the first one was just a herringbone traction pattern, like throughout the entire outsole. But for the two, we have like a really cool, like a psychedelic traction pattern. You know what I mean? Like very like cool patterns throughout this entire forefoot and heel. So it's kind of like a decoupled outsole, you know what I mean? Like this middle part, this is all foam that comes down, right? And then like the rubber outsole right here is separated. So that's a pretty interesting design. And also, so like as you guys can see, this is all foam that comes down, but in between here is the midfoot shin plate and it's just plastic. So as far as the traction goes, it feels really similar to the original Cosmic Unity, right? So there's not a whole lot of squeak, and the bite doesn't seem that good, and that was the downfall of the original Cosmic Unity. I mean, it wasn't terrible traction, but it didn't have an amazing bite, you know? So comparing it to like shoes that have really good bites, like the Zoom Separate, the PG6, the Curry 9, the Harden Volume 6, the original Cosmic Unity didn't have like really good traction like that. So the two feels very similar to that. Hopefully it breaks in and gets better, but I have my doubts on that, right? Also, as far as the durability goes, the durability seems like it's gonna be pretty good. You know, the rubber is quite hard and the grooves are deep. So yeah, I feel like durability is going to be pretty good on an outdoor court, although it is a pretty expensive shoe. So there is the traction there. Moving on to the heel to toe transition, it feels overall pretty smooth, right? So here in the heel we have, it's pretty exposed as you guys can see, right? And I guess like in the back of the heel, it's kind of caged as far as the rubber outsole goes. It like kind of comes up to cage the midsole, but it's pretty exposed, right? And the foam is kind of soft. So yeah, it feels nice here in the heel. It doesn't feel all too clunky. And then here in the forefoot, we have a nice rounded shape, although it's like a little bit flatter than usual. You know, pretty similar to the first Cosmic Unity, right? Like if you look at the Curry 9, super curved. Look at that, like super curved. And then the Cosmic Unity, not as much, but not a huge deal, right? And also here in the forefoot, we have a good amount of forefoot flex. Look at that. It's like, it's not even in the forefoot, it's more like right here, which is kind of weird. I wonder how torsional support is gonna go. I'm guessing the midfoot shin plate kind of like just ends right here because it bends right there. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really bend all too much right here. I guess a little bit though. But yeah, I mean, it feels pretty nice so far for heel to toe transition. And moving on to the cushioning setup, it's pretty much the same exact cushioning setup as the original Cosmic Unity, but the foam it feels a little bit different, right? So in the original one, we had crater foam, and crater foam was like recycled foam that Nike used to make this foam, right? And they called it crater foam. And what's cool about the Cosmic Unity series is that, you know, Nike is pledging to go like 0 emissions, right? So here in the Cosmic Unity 2, they're saying that it's using 20% recycled materials by weight. So of course that is a good thing. Like when I got the shoe, the box didn't even come with wax paper, and also there was no paper inside of the shoe. So I was like, that's pretty cool, right? But anyways, so that's what they did in the original one. But here in the Cosmic Unity 2, they didn't use crater foam. I mean, crater foam was a disappointment. It was very stiff, you know, not super soft at all. But here in the 2, it's actually, there's a little bit more compression. It feels a little bit softer to the touch as well when you touch it with your finger. So that definitely is a good thing. It feels a little bit softer in the heel, especially comparing it to the original Cosmic Unity. But overall, I mean, you know, court feel seems pretty good. You know, pretty similar to like the KDs and like the Jordan 36. And it has a full-length Zoom Strobel unit, just like the original Cosmic Unity. So yeah, super bouncy right underneath the foot. Also, as far as the insole goes, the insole is a little bit different though. You know, here in the original Cosmic Unity, they're using like remember the like styrofoam insole, right? So I don't really like those as much, but here in the 2, the insole is actually a lot softer, right? It feels like a foam insole, so that feels a little bit better for, you know, like step in comfort, but you can still feel the, zoom strobel unit underneath your foot for both of them, and there's a lot of compression, super bouncy. It's pretty damn comfortable. It feels, sometimes it gets a little too much for me personally, but yeah, it's like if you like full-length zoom strobel, then of course you're going to like the Cosmic Unity too. So there is the cushioning setup. I do also like the foam. Like, as you guys can see, it is pretty damn exposed, and like, I just like the design. There's like a hole here, and then here in the like middle of the outsole, like in the midfoot area, we can see a swoosh, right? It's kind of like a oversized swoosh that kind of cuts into this part, and it says Cosmic here, right? That's pretty cool. So there is the cushioning setup. As far as the materials go, so we have like a really nice, like a textile material almost, right? But it's quite thick, and it kind of reminds me of like a ballistic nylon, And then of course here in the original one we had like a textile material with, it's kind of like flight wire. If you guys remember from the Luca ones, it's kind of like that, but it goes all the way over this material for better support and durability. They kind of did away with that, but it still feels, as far as the thickness goes, it feels pretty similar. Maybe the Cosmic Unity feels a little bit thinner. It does feel super supportive though. There's like zero stretch to it, which is good, but overall it still feels very nice on foot. It conforms to my foot pretty damn well right now, and I feel like it'll break in and get even softer. So I do like this material choice. I also do like the extra stitching, right? The stitching is actually pretty nice, and of course I do like the design of it, and it'll obviously make the material more supportive and durable too. Here on the lateral side though, this is just fuse. There's a little bit of fuse here for durability, but I would have liked it to be here in the tip of the toe for toe drags, but also it's on the medial side, right? And then for the laces, we got regular like rope laces, pretty similar to the Cosmic Unity, the first one. And then for the tongue is pretty much the same as well. There is a good amount of padding. It feels very plush, and there's a lot of holes, like ventilation holes, and it looks pretty similar to the original Cosmic Unity, right? And also it is an independent tongue, right? So when I was putting the Cosmic Unity 2 on, it folds over on itself, and it's kind of annoying, and I definitely felt it more on like the forefoot / midfoot area right here. So it would fold over on itself, and I would kind of like have to fix it, which is kind of annoying. I wish it was a half booty construction like build like most modern shoes have, you know what I mean? But anyways, there's the tongue. It's very nice and plush, which feels nice. And then here in the ankle area, we have like pretty minimal padding actually. There's more padding more like in the back of the heel, but like on the sides, there's not all too much. And I guess there's more padding here on top of the shoe as opposed to the bottom, which is good for heel containment. So for a $160 shoe, I do like it. The quality seems really, really nice. And I do like this textile material. I mean, it's not as thin as the Curry 9s. Like this warp upper is super thin, right? And super minimal. So the Cosmic Unity 2 definitely doesn't feel as minimal as that, but it feels still comfortable and also very supportive, right? And I do like the plush tongue as well. So there is the materials. Moving on to the fit, I went true to size, and it fits really, really snug, and it fits me very well. So for length, my toes go pretty much right to the edge of the shoe. And also for width, it is a pretty narrow fit. It's not super narrow, but it is slightly narrow. So if you don't like that, or you have a wide foot, I would suggest going up half a size. And also here in the toe box, it is very, very snug, and it fits pretty much the same as the original Cosmic Unity, right? Maybe a little bit more snug, as far as like the width goes, just a tiny bit, but it's very, very similar. So if you know what size you were here in the original Cosmic Unity, you should probably go the exact same size. And also, I don't think this material is going to stretch out all too much. Like I keep saying, this material feels super supportive. So I do like the overall fit. And also look at this, like super high heel tap. So it's a very easy shoe to put on, just like the original Cosmic Unity. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of differences between the Cosmic Unity 1 and the 2. And also another pretty cool touch is if you look at like the tip of the toe on the outsole, it says 1 here, and then on the 2 it says 2. So that's a nice little touch there. And also for this colorway, I do like how like the colors are a little bit different, right? So here for the pull tab, it's like blue, but then on the same shoe, this is pink. But then on this shoe, on the right pair, this is pink, and then here it's blue. So that's a nice little touch. I do like the mismatch in colors a little bit, but also I really like this color. It's an off-white color throughout this entire shoe, which I really, really like. And the swoosh is pretty cool as well. So there's that. As far as the support and lockdown goes, it feels like it's gonna be very good. Like the material, like I keep saying, feels extremely supportive, right? And there's this fuse, there's more stitching as well. And also the foam comes up to act as a sidewall here in the forefoot, here in the midfoot, and here in the heel. We have the foam coming up. Like, look at that. It comes up a lot, and it feels like there is an internal TPO heel counter. So lateral containment feels like it's gonna be good, and lateral stability also feels like it's gonna be good as well. Of course, this is a low top, so you don't really get any type of ankle support. It feels like, you know, I guess it kind of goes over the ankle bone, but still feels like a low top, right? All right, moving on to the weight. I wonder how the weight's gonna be. It feels pretty light though. So I'm guessing like 11, 12 ounces. Yeah, 12.03 ounces. That's actually pretty light. Let's check the other pair, 12.1 ounces. Let's check comparing it to the original. 13.37 ounces. Yeah, so it definitely shed off a lot of weight, you know, like around an ounce, 1.2 ounces, 1.3 ounces. So that definitely is a good thing. I mean, the original Cosmic Unity wasn't super light, and also like the material was like more overall like stiff and stuff like that. So I'm guessing it has something to do with the foam though. Like this crater foam doesn't seem like a lighter density. It feels more like a higher density foam as opposed to the foam that they're using here in the Cosmic Unity 2. It just says they're using foam on the tech specs. So anyways, yeah, it feels pretty lightweight. And as far as like minimal though, it doesn't feel super minimal. I mean, it doesn't feel bulky at all, but if you're comparing it to something like super minimal like the Curry 9, you know, it definitely doesn't feel as minimal as the Curry 9 because, you know, the warp upper is just really thin, but it still feels very nice on foot. So yeah, I like how it feels overall. Moving on to the aesthetics, I love it. You know, I got it in and yeah, I really started to like it. You know, it grew on me a lot. Like, I didn't really like it all too much seeing it on like in pictures, you know, like this monotone color, like off-white, and then like this black swoosh is super clean. So tell us what you guys think of these aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, I really like how this shoe feels, but the traction worries me, and that was the thing with the Cosmic Unity. Also, another thing that I didn't like about the original one is that it's super flat. So I mean, it still feels super flat here in the Cosmic Unity 2, but it feels a little bit more rounded in the forefoot. But anyways, yeah, the traction worries me. You know, hopefully it gets really good, but I do have my doubts on that. But everything else seems very nice, right? The cushion, you know, with the full-length zoom strobel, material feels great, support feels great, fits me very well. Overall, 12 ounces, lighter than average. So yeah, overall lightweight shoe too. So yeah, I'm very excited to try these out. But you know, we'll have to see on the traction. But anyways, that about concludes my first impressions look on the Cosmic Unity 2. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I try to leave in the link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.